It's God's gift through His word. It's God's gift through His word.
Hi everyone, how are you doing? This is your girl T Drake, podcasting Godmother Connection, and I am coming here to tell you about what you're about to see. So I interviewed last week Vice Mayor Vincent Manfredi. So after this message, you will see the interview, the dialogue between he and I as we talk about some things for the community and about the community and about some other stuff as well. It's great conversation. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And of course, you're tuning into God's gift through His word. So please tune in. And the next message you will hear will be that conversation, because this is a Spotlight community interview. So stick around. Be right back. All right. Thank you for being here, Vice Mayor Manfredi. So before we get started, my name is T Drake, podcasting Godmother of Connection, and this is a special Spotlight interview with the amazing Vice Mayor Vincent Manfredi, and you're tuning to God's gift through His word. So this will be a very special interview. Welcome, Vice Mayor.
Hi. Well, thanks for coming. I don't know about the amazing part with the Vice Mayor.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you got a chance to talk to me, and we're not going to have a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're going to have a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to be able to talk to you today. I did want to ask you a little bit. I know you've been hearing a lot about campaign, so I know I have to ask a little bit about that.
Okay.
But I wanted to ask you, when you're dealing with the campaign on your campaign trail, how do you deal with those negative people that say all kinds of things and you feel like you want to defend yourself? What do you normally do with that?
When it comes to campaigning, I just treat it as every other day, right? Because I feel that as a council member or vice mayor or whatever it is, even the mayor, you're out there talking to people every single day about all the issues that people face. And while some people call them negative, I just call it people asking questions, right?
Okay.
So if they have a question, I'm happy to answer it. A lot of people get upset with me because I answer too many questions.
Oh.
That's the funny thing.
Okay.
Because if somebody's truthfully being negative, and I'll find something within their comment that's a question, and I'll answer the question itself.
Okay.
And that's what you have to do, is you have to answer the specifics, answer the questions with the details and factual information, and just avoid the negativity. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard. You know, my wife gets upset at it sometimes because she's like, "Why are they being so mean to you?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know why." I do know why. The world itself right now is in a flux, and the world is just angry.
Yeah.
Right? The people are angry, and as someone that puts myself forward to talk to people, I just get hit with the anger. Whereas if I just sat back and didn't answer questions, didn't go on social media, didn't show up for events, I wouldn't even know the world was negative.
No,
right? Because I would be avoiding it.
Right. Yeah.
And that's not who I am. So I go out and I answer questions, I talk to people. And because of that, I'm seen as the person who can be attacked, I guess. So it comes off that way. Because if you ask 5 people a question and one person answers and it's not the answer you want, it's a factual answer, but it's not the answer you want,
Right.
and the other 4 don't answer, who's the mean guy?
That person.
Who answers?
Yeah.
But he answered. It's better to answer and not get the information that I really thought, right? And get the factual information than to not get an answer. So that's the way I see it.
Okay.
So I don't treat it as negativity.
Yeah.
I just treat it as people want answers. And I give it to them.
Okay. Well, then we won't say negativity. We just have people asking questions, and you're answering those questions.
That's all I do.
Okay, because I noticed that, and I don't like being on social media because the people live there that want to say all kinds of. I mean, for me, sometimes I think that's kind of being like a keyboard gangster.
A good point of that is they don't show up to real meetings, face-to-face meetings.
Yes.
Where if somebody's really negative with me, I offer. If they're just like pounding away, I go, "Hey, why don't we just get a Coke or a soda or a coffee and just sit down and have a conversation?"
Right.
And they never take you up, like never.
take up your offer.
Those folks will never take you up on that offer. They just want to be that person online, proving a point, doing the mic drop. They got you.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, whatever.
You got me.
You feel good. But the reality is having conversations, getting together and just talking to one another is a foundation of our civilization.
Yeah.
Right? It's talk and figure it out. You're not always going to agree. I'm married to my wife. I love my wife. We've been together since 20 years now, 20 some odd years. Yeah, about 20 years now. And I don't agree with her 100%. And she doesn't agree with me 100%.
Yeah.
But if you can get 80, 90%, that's
doing good. Yeah.
Have a conversation about dinner. Right. And it's like, what do you want? No, what do you want? And then you wind up mad at each other and you're going to dinner. And it's like, what happened here? But the same concept if you have a conversation about, say, flop cameras, right?
Okay.
So some people are gonna agree with you, some people are gonna disagree with you.
Right.
But you're never gonna get 100% of the people that agree with you. It's not gonna happen.
Correct.
But you can walk away from it understanding each position.
Yes.
Right. So in the car, I drive away from it thinking, all right, we're gonna get Italian food. And she goes, fine, we're gonna get Italian food. But we agreed a little bit on something, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's, we're going to go to Cilantro's instead of, Chipotle or whatever. Yeah. But the same concept comes when you talk about things like flock cameras or taxes or property taxes or whatever has people in an uproar at that point. It's you have the conversation, you understand each other's side, and then you understand that we're not always going to 100% agree, but at least we understand that we're working towards the better good. And in the food case, it's eating. Right.
It's a common goal.
And in the city case, it's what's best for the city going forward. Right. And that's all. Okay.
Well, I like that. I wanted to ask also, kind of in the same vein, because I know you like talking about transportation because we love SR 347, don't we? So
we love it.
We love it. So I wanted to ask you because we know that the speed limit has been dropped,
55,
but actions of driver behavior.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know that there's an answer for this, so I'm not looking for one, but what would you think might deter people, besides them getting tickets, which is, of course, enforcement, what do you think might help them to understand? Because this is going to be for 3 years going forward.
Yeah. 2 years ago, well, geez, my goodness, maybe like 5 years ago, I started an acronym, right? And it was just simply MOVE, right? MOVE, move, right? M stand for more lanes.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
O was overpasses and interchanges.
Okay.
Right? B was violation enforcement. And E was the last one, but probably the most important one was education.
Yeah.
So when you have that acronym, you put it together and you use all four options, you improve the 347. More lanes are happening.
Yes.
Next couple of years. Overpasses and interchanges are happening over the next couple of years. Violation enforcement has seen a huge uptick. So we're out there, not we as a city, but the state as well as the county and Gila River are out there giving out more violations because sometimes you need the stick. And that's what that is, right?
Yeah.
It's making sure people understand. But sometimes it's just the education. It's talking about it. And I hope you've seen an uptick of education over the last couple of years, especially when it comes to the 347, explaining the first three, as well as explaining what it takes to just be a good civilian in this country, right? And in this community, it's, stay in the right lane unless you're passing. Pass on the left, right? If you're in the left lane and there's a line of cars behind you, you're doing something wrong if there's nothing in front of you.
Right.
Move over.
Yes.
It's not our job as citizens or as drivers to regulate the flow of traffic.
Right.
Right. It's not our job to say you're going too fast. I'm going to stay in this left lane and block you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That just causes craziness. That causes people to run around the other side, come up on
come
up on the shoulder to get around you. Just move over to the right lane, go to speed limit. And if people want to drive crazy, let them go.
Right.
Right. Don't try and regulate. The police will get those folks.
Yes.
Right.
All right.
Our job is to make sure that we're driving safely. So one of the most important thing is put the dang phone away. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Get off the phone. But I was driving on a 347 just yesterday, and I was going north, and there was a young lady And I looked over and she was in the left lane. I'm in the right lane. I set mine to like 55 to 59 or so, right? Because that's the speed limit. I'm going a little over, but I set my cruise control and I have adaptive cruise control. So it goes behind the other car in front of you and it just slows down and goes with it, when the car goes. So it's probably going like 54, 55 miles an hour, maybe a little less. And I look over to the left and this lady's passing me and she's doing her eye in the thing and
not paying attention to the road.
She's got the visor down, she's doing this, and she's like this, and it's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Right? So it's the education part. It's like, do your makeup before you leave the house. If you're gonna eat something, make sure it's like, something that you're not holding both hands like a burger.
Yeah.
And that, right? If you're doing drugs or drinking, of course, stay off the roads. But it's pay attention. And there's laws for it. There's actually laws. You're not supposed to eat a burger. You can get pulled over. Right? Distracted driving. You're not supposed to be doing makeup. Distracted driving. And now there's just total phone bans where you can't even hold your phone. Right? These are important because people are driving up the 347. The person in front of them is not paying attention. They're not paying attention. The light turns yellow, then red. They slam on the brakes and boom, right from behind.
Right.
And that's the number one accident on the 347 is a rear end collision.
Wow.
And it happens at different spots. So pay attention on the road. That's the education thing. Right. I've been trying to get ADOT to do more of the education stuff, and I think they've been doing a little bit more, but they need to put it out there more, put it on social media, talking to people about the impact of speed. And that's why the speed went down to 55, because with all the construction happening, things are changing quickly.
Right.
It's like, it's not like they just close down the middle or the shoulder all the way, right? It's at different parts.
Yes.
So you have to be paying attention. And you can, when you hit the brakes at 65, 70, 75, or you hit the brakes at 55, your reaction time of the car is quicker. So you can slow down faster, you can stop faster, you can make maneuvers faster with going 55.
Yeah.
So the goal is to keep the men out there and the ladies out there safe.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
A couple of years ago, we were repaving, not we, but the state was repaving the road on 347. God, that was how long? Maybe 6-7 years ago. And one of the workers got hit and died on the 347, one of the workers. So it's understanding that they're out there doing work to make our lives better.
Right.
So let's pay a little respect. And if it takes us an extra couple of minutes to get up to the I-10, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Because the goal is over the next couple of years to improve that transportation corridor immensely, giving us additional lanes, overpasses, interchange fixes, as well as a flyover at the I-10. So much work being done.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for what's coming because the last time when the Stagecoach Days happened last year, there was a gentleman that stopped me. And I said, "Yeah, the 347 is going to be getting changed." Like, I don't know about that. I don't know if it's ever. They would say that for years. Like, sir, it's actually going to happen. Okay, I guess. I was like, so when I saw it actually happen, I was like, "See, sir, it's actually happened." They would say that for years. Like, but this time it's different. It's different. It's different.
It's different because of the work we put in, and he's heard about over the last 10 years, right? Because you hear about hey, they've gone to this meeting, they've done this, they've done this, they've done that. Everybody's talking about everything. And you're like, well, it's never going to happen until it does, right? And, people say, I'm never going to win the lottery until they do, right? And then you're like, whoa, I'm a millionaire, right? But in this case, we won the lottery. And I'll explain that just quickly. We were able to put together funding sources from throughout the state. The legislature, ADOT, MAG, Maricopa Association of Governments, Pinal County, the city of Maricopa, and we took it all together and we made a fist of cash. And we took that fist of cash and we were able to use it towards the 347. And everything came together. ADOT had the resources to get it done and the money, right? And by resources, I mean the people. Right. You need to have enough people to get things done throughout the state.
Right.
So they had the resources, they had the timing, everything came together. And then Transportation Board approved us for the 5-year plan. MAG, we put money in MAG 4 years ago when we were talking about the extension of the sales tax in Maricopa County. We were able to put 347 into the new one that happened 2 years ago. And then it was supposed to be money for 2030. Then we were able to move from 2030 to 2028. That was fun. And then, of course, you had Pinal County, which we've been working on Pinal County for 10 years, maybe,
Wow.
you know, asking that we need help. And we got a commitment from them. Then Rich ran for supervisor and he held them to that commitment.
Yeah.
And then the city of Maricopa, you know, some people are upset at it, but what we did is we raised the 0.5-cent sales tax on anything people buy in the city of Maricopa. Let's put it into perspective. 40% of the money raised from that comes from developers because they pay huge amounts of sales tax to build a house.
Yeah.
Right? This, if you buy this for what are they, $2?
Maybe.
I think a soda's like, it used to be 25 cents, right?
Yeah.
You buy a soda for $2, right? A 0.5-cent sales tax on that would be 10 cents or whatever, you know, a penny. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's like a penny or something like that. But that penny goes towards the 347. It doesn't make sense. A penny, what's that going to do? Add that times
Over
80,000 people and all the stuff we do. But what it does, it allows for people coming through the city, people coming to sporting events at the city, people staying at the city for an event that's happening or visiting family. It allows for all these people that use 347 that don't live here to pay for the 347 because sales taxes are that. It's any type of usage in the city of Maricopa has a sales tax. Now, we made sure not to put it on food, right? So I guess fast food, stuff like that, right? But I'm talking about like grocery shopping.
Groceries, yeah.
It's not on your groceries and it's not on gas, right?
Yeah.
So the two big expenses we have as people, right? The 0.5-cent sales tax not on that.
That's good.
Now, if you buy a car here, the 0.5-cent sales tax is there. There's only one car dealership, right? And that's one of our biggest problems when it comes to revenue. We'll talk about that if you want. But if you buy a shirt here and the shirt's $10, right? You paid a 0.5-cent sales tax on it. You paid on $10, 5 cents, I guess, towards the road happening up there.
Okay.
On $20, 10 cents, or whatever.
Well, since you opened that door, Vice Mayor, you opened that door you just mentioned. Did you want to talk about why we only have one car dealer in our area?
Well, it's simple. Nobody else has come and asked to open a car dealership yet.
Why not? I mean, we have the people and they drive cars.
So the biggest problem we have, it's kind of weird, is that they're going to get you where you go, right? So let's say you live here in the city of Maricopa, right? And you want a car, a new car. Now, a used car, go over to Maricopa Auto Outlet. They're great over there. I mean, the folks are great. They take care of people. My daughter bought a car there. My other daughter bought a car from them. Used older ones, right? I can't afford expensive cars, but older cars, you know, that they had in the back, right?
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't the ones in the front. So as their first cars many years ago. So, you know, they're good folks. But if you want to buy a new car, you can't buy one here. Yeah. You can buy some stuff online, but the law, did you know there's a law? The law is a car dealership like Honda can't just sell you a car on their website and deliver it to your house. I don't know if you knew that. Many people don't. But if you want to buy a car, you can't do that. They have to sell it through a dealership.
Oh.
These are laws. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that will change over time. But the reality is you got to go to dealership. Okay. You go to the dealership, you sit there and you negotiate a car and you buy it, right?
Right.
Now, if you live in the city of Maricopa and you want a new Honda, where are you going?
You go to Honda.
Yeah, you go to the Honda dealership up there.
Okay,
obviously. Or maybe the Honda dealership in Glendale.
Okay.
Right? Or maybe the Honda dealership in Gilbert. But most likely Tempe Honda is the closest one.
Right.
That's where I bought 2 of my Hondas, right? Because I lease a car, I buy it there, go back 3 years later, I get another.
Okay.
Go to Tempe Honda. So you go up there, you buy a car, and that's it. Makes sense, doesn't it? If they built a Honda dealership here, do they get more car sales?
They should, but it's not because they have more citizens over there.
Well, obviously, yeah, they have more citizens, but you're still going to buy the Honda.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So you have to get a 3rd Honda dealership or 4th Honda dealership that's not associated with the other ones to say, I want to build a Honda dealership down there. Right?
Okay.
But the problem with that is, who's going to invest all that money with the hope and prayer that they're going to sell enough Hondas, right? Now, Tempe wanted to build one down here, Tempe Honda, which is Auto Nation or whatever. I mean, that's the other secret. Most of them are owned by the same people, right?
Okay.
If they build one down here, do they make extra money?
You would think they would.
Why? You just gonna go up to Tempe Honda if you want a Honda, right?
So it makes no sense. Is that what you're saying?
It
It makes no sense for them.
For them.
Okay. And this, yeah.
So if they come down here and they buy $1 million lot, right? $2 million on a piece of land. They build the building for $10 million. They stock it with cars. Did they sell any extra cars? That's the question that they have to answer for themselves, right? Now, where's the closest Volvo dealer? I don't even know. Probably Scottsdale, right?
Maybe.
Now, if they were open one here, would they make sales? Probably,
Yeah.
because
There's nobody that's
you'd have to go
close.
so far to
Yeah.
get them, right? So you have to look at it that way, and it's playing with those things. So that's what site selectors do,
Okay.
right? And a site selector is a person that works for large businesses, right? And they go down and they look for the next place.
Mm-hmm.
So when hardware stores started opening in the city of Maricopa, it's no hidden fact. First ones to open were not really a hardware store, but Tractor Supply opened,
Okay.
and then the tool place on 347 went to Harbor Freight's opened,
Right.
and then there was a company that was starting to lose money, because let's explain this quickly. In Tempe, you have, I think, 4 Home Depots.
Oh.
If you live in the city of Maricopa and you shop at Home Depot, right?
Right.
Where you go?
Casa Grande.
Well, or Tempe.
Okay.
You go.
Okay,
You're like,
go where you go.
whoop, you go and
Yeah.
you go buy it.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if you're a Home Depot buyer and on your path to the Home Depot, they open up a Harbor Freight. Do you lose money?
Yes.
Well, probably, because it's like, well, I'm going to spend an hour on the 347. I just need a winch.
Right.
And I just need a jack. I'm just going to go to Harbor Freight. Right?
Yeah.
Just going to go here and get it. Uh-oh. So then what happened next is Home Depot said, crap.
And bring it here.
Now, if you're a Lowe's buyer,
Right.
loyal to Lowe's,
Yeah.
you love Lowe's, you're always going to shop at Lowe's, right? And you're driving up to 347 to go to Lowe's every time. You said, I don't care about Harbor Freight. They're not good enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
I love Lowe's. But 5 minutes away opens a Home Depot. What happens?
You go to Home Depot.
Of course, people are going to be like, well, screw that. I'm like,
Just go there.
I want to go to Home Depot.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So what happened? Lowe's opened,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because Lowe's said, I want to lose my business.
Right.
Home Depot, who was losing business to Harbor Freight, I got to open my store. And there you go, right? So that's what you look at when you look at businesses.
Yeah.
If they're already making the money, right?
Mhm.
So people say, when's Costco coming? I say, probably never,
Oh.
right? When do we ever have a Costco in the city of Maricopa? Here, when there's 45,000 houses built south of the city,
Mhm.
which is the plan, right?
Mhm.
45,000 houses. That's more than the city has right now
Right.
inside the city. South of the city, right? Where all that dirt is when you start driving down to the 84,
Yeah.
it's going to look like Maricopa eventually with housing, right? All those houses get built, then maybe we get a Costco, right? But the reality is, if you love Costco, you can go to Tempe.
Right.
And I go there every other weekend. We go there. I get this big thing of toilet paper, this big thing of paper towels. I get a thing of napkins and whatever other big stuff we want. We put it on the thing. We drive it. We pull up to the counter. We pay the $500 or whatever the heck it is,
Yeah.
and we go home, right? And we go to Costco because my wife likes Costco,
Yeah.
not Sam's Club, Costco.
Yeah.
Now, when does the Costco open here? I don't know. Probably never for me. But I would like to see them here because I hate driving up to Tempe. I hate it. I would love them to be here.
Yeah.
But the reality is, if they don't come here, I'm still going to Tempe,
Yeah.
right? And the people who are Costco members with their Costco card are going to go there.
Mm-hmm.
Only when the people stop going there from Maricopa, because they have your zip code, right? They know where
Right. They know where you're at.
right?
Yeah.
And when you go, beep, they're like Maricopa,
Right.
bling, bling, right? So when they stop going there and the bling blings for Maricopa start going down, they'll be like, what's going on? Well, where do our people go?
Right.
Right? And then they'll be like, oh, hey, wait a minute. When did Sam's Club open? Or
Yeah.
when did Walmart add a Sam's Club area? Because that's who owns Sam's Club area,
Right.
Walmart, right? And they're going to be like, uh-oh. And then what they'll do? They'll open up a Costco, right?
Okay.
And that's the way it works, is it really works on supply side and demand,
Mhm.
right? The demand for it. Now, the everybody's like, where's Salad and Go? right? Well, they're going out of business.
So there's that. Yeah.
But why didn't they ever come here? Because if you wanted salad and go, you usually got it for lunch. It's not a dinner thing, usually.
Right.
You buy it for lunch. And 80% of the people that work in the city of Maricopa have jobs,
Right.
don't work here. They work there. So if you really wanted a salad and go, you can get it for lunch up there.
Yeah.
Right? How busy would it be here? Who knows?
Right.
They never tried. But Angie's, right?
Mhm.
So the people who owned Salad and Go when they started, they sold it. Big business, right? They sold it away. And quality went down. If you didn't notice that years ago, it got different, right?
Mhm.
But it's Salad and Go. It's still Salad and Go. But they opened a company called Angie's, right? And if you go up north and you go to Angie's, it's like Salad and Go used to be.
Mm.
It's cheaper actually, and it's fresher food. Crazy. Well, they're coming to Maricopa, right? So as far as I know, they're coming to Maricopa, right in where Exceptional Health is. Not Exceptional Health, Exceptional Pets. Right?
Oh, okay.
In that building, I heard. I don't have any paperwork on it, but I heard they're coming in that area, and that's a good thing, right? But they saw that the growth of the city, and they're there. Now, the funny part is they cater not just to those lunch crowd of coming in, get a salad, shake it, and eat it for lunch. They cater to a better quality food, and our folks like a better quality food and healthy option. And they do a lot of dinner stuff too.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's still the same concept. It's a drive-through. Right? There's no sit down for it. It's a drive-through menu, just like Salad and Go, but it's an upscale. They're coming to Maricopa. So when you look at it, it's those kinds of things. They got to choose what works for their business.
Right.
Right. So a lot of people will say it was perfect by Lowe's to open up what's that called? In-N-Out.
Oh, yeah.
Or that chicken place. What's that chicken place?
Was it which one? Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A.
Oh, okay.
Everybody said, but at Lowe's, look at those buildings. It'd be perfect. Come on, you're crazy. If they opened up an In-N-Out or a Chick-fil-A in there, City of Maricopa people. Think about that line. That line would wrap around Lowe's, and that parking lot is not made for it.
No. They can't.
So for that, those two businesses, the parking lot has to be constructed just for that.
Very big.
Right? So just a Mountainside Fitness, right? They're coming to the south of Lowe's in that big dirt lot.
Okay.
Right? That would be a nice place maybe, because they can make the parking lot for that now.
Right.
Right? Not try and fit them in after.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you have what's happening across from Ak-Chin, right? And that across from Ak-Chin, there'll be a lot of development there, right? Because it's within city limits. It's not part of Ak-Chin, right across on the north and south side of the Sonoran Desert Parkway.
Right.
And that's private land. That's not part of the Ak-Chin Nation.
Okay.
Right? So that type of stuff is going to happen in there. And that's going to happen. That's Vestar.
Oh, yes.
Right? Vestar is really good. I hope, when they come in, they put a target on what they want to bring in. Right. And they're like, all right, this is our target. It looks like this. This is what we want to put here. Right. And they put them in. I just gave you 4 hints. Right. It's like, so in Vestar, they have a ton of different organizations, a ton of different places like Tempe Marketplace, Scottsdale Square or some Market Square, Glendale Marketplace, these places. And most of them have a target in them. So when you look at that kind of stuff, and they have the In-N-Out, they have the Chick-fil-A, they build for those bigger things.
Right.
So that's good. So back to the question is, why isn't there a car dealership? Because there's not the demand for it here, right? There's a demand for new cars, but somebody has to come in and take the demand away from the cars that are the people that are driving up north.
Okay.
Because let's say I'm like, I want a Honda. I really want a Honda. But there was a Toyota dealership in the city of Maricopa. I might check it out.
Right.
And I might test drive a Toyota. And I might say, I'm switching. I don't feel like driving an hour up there just to get a Honda.
Yeah.
And the Toyota dealership might have some used cars that some of them might be Hondas, right? Because all the car dealerships have the trade-ins and stuff like that. So how do you do that, right? Somebody has to take a chance.
So we had to be first.
Yes. And then after that, you'll see tons more come. And that's what happened with hardware stores. The first hardware store is Ace Hardware, and it was here for how long?
I don't know.
Since the beginning.
Oh,
And so it's here 20 years by
just doing it
itself.
by itself, just having a great time.
People were like, oh, it's the only place in town. And they were like, yeah, cha-ching. Right? Of course, it's the only place in town. If you needed a faucet and it was a Sunday afternoon, why would you drive up to Home Depot? I'm just going to Ace Hardware.
Right.
It might have been a little bit more expensive, right? But I don't care.
They'll go in there.
And I said $5 more is less than my gas.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what happened was Harbor Freight opened. What happened was Tractor Supply opened. What happened was the grocery stores having a little bit bigger hardware sections, and they were like, because they saw they could make some money, right? And then all of that led to Depot loads, the monsters.
Yeah.
The monsters. They came in, boom.
Yeah.
And are they as busy as they should be right now? No, they're not. And they'll tell you that exactly to themselves. They'll say it, but they'll get there. And they'll get to where those Tempe stores are, right? And to where the Chandler stores are and types of business, because people are moving here. And it's still one of the fastest growing communities in the nation. And of course, in the Southwest, and of course, in Arizona.
Yeah.
Right? It's one of the fastest growing cities. So it'll happen, but it has to happen organically from the business side. We can't force it.
Yeah.
Right? We can't say, you're opening a car dealership here tomorrow. And they're like, no, I'm not. Yes, you are.
That makes sense.
Right? It has to make financial sense.
Mm-hmm.
And will there be a car dealership here? Yeah, I've heard of a couple looking. Will it happen in the next few years? Maybe not. But eventually, a perfect place. You've been to Scottsdale, right?
Yes.
You go to up there, you're driving up the 101,
Okay.
right? And you see all those car dealerships and Scottsdale. That's native land.
Oh.
Right? That's all native land. Sorry about the casino, right?
Right.
All those car dealerships, right? They built this beautiful road there, the 101, and the connections into, I don't know, is it McKellips or something? They built those roads, and the car dealership said, "Oh, look at this," and the native community said, "Look at this land we have," and they work together. Boom! They have these big auto mall, right? Well, we're building Green Road Loop,
which is with
Gila River land, right? Will it happen there, right? Will it happen where there's 2 or 3 different car dealerships right there before you get into the city? That's what you look at, right? Is how can you create the atmosphere and the opportunity for things to happen? And that's what we do as a city. We create an atmosphere of we're here, we're walking into business, and we can create an environment where it works.
Yeah.
And then people...
I like that.
Through his word, it's God's gift. Through his word, come get God's gift through his word. With T Drake, we'll get God's gift through his word. Come listen, get your spirit lifted through his word, and get your blessing of God's gift through his word. Come be uplifted, come be motivated, come be inspired and encouraged.